right, guys. So there's an oil leak, and sometimes when you have an oil leak that's hard to find, you can pick up a kit like this with the dye, the glasses, and the UV light. So it'll kind of find where the leaks. I don't know if you can see, but it'll be like a neon green. But and really, I mean, you can see leaks on this, but where's it coming from? I mean, so I always kind of want to check your hoist too. Sometimes things settle, and you just make sure your pads are good. The last thing you want is for a car to fall off your hoist onto somebody's head. Unless it's somebody you don't like, then you purposely put them on the other side of the car, and then no, I'm just kidding. But basically, what I'm doing is I'm looking for an oil leak. We decided we're going to straighten this truck out. It's got some bad VVT solenoids and stuff, but the main thing is the oil leak. So we're going to see if we can find any of that green dye. And I did notice that one of the valve covers was leaking on it. So I'm not really seeing the oil pan. I mean, yeah, the oil pan's wet, but I'm not seeing any dye on it. So I'm trying to see if there's some type of trail coming down or what. It definitely has a leak. But I did notice too that, and it could be because of the VVT solenoids, but there was oil in the tailpipe. So, and that's another thing you can check for too. See if you get that neon, like a neon glow, which I'm not seeing. In a basic tune-up in those solenoids will fix that running rough. We'll do an oil change and stuff on it, but and you really got to pay attention, because you could overlook it easily. And people do. I've had Chrysler bring me cars that they couldn't figure out, brand new cars. Like, they had a wiring issue, and we would figure out where the wiring issue was and fix it. And there was times we were testing stuff on the improving grounds and giving them the lowdown of how we would change stuff up, like brakes, or like so front end, like them Dodges, they're so heavy in the front end. So there's so many different things that yeah, it's not going to be leaking back here, but I do like to check everything out. I like to know everything, so I don't miss anything. But see, it's hard to, some of this stuff is hard to find. It's like the needle in the haystack, and this truck has been running probably, I'm gonna say, over a good hour. But it's gonna be one of those ones, I might have to take it out and beat on it, and fix the VVT and all that, and then take it out and just drive it really for a couple days even to get something out of it, to find it, because you can smell it all once in a while on the exhaust. And you know, and I know it's not burning it. It's just burning off the exhaust. So it's one of those things. But I mean, and it's a fairly new truck. But I did see one valve cover leaking, and that could be traveling down to the bottom. And then, you know, I was kind of curious about the sending units and stuff, but usually, I don't know. I'm just, like I said, it's one of those things you got to be patient with. Yeah, see how rough it's running? But, and when you find it, you will see it is like a neon green. The UV will pick it up. But yeah, so there it is. Like, okay, so it's around the thermostat, or not thermostat, the oil filter housing. So there it is. I guess we figured out where the leak is, and that would be a pretty good leak too. You know, because of the oil pressure and everything as you're driving around. But always check your sending units and stuff, your oil pressure sending unit. Make sure make sure it's not leaking there, because I've had them that leak that just poured out like a sieve. But then I had them where you know, they're the sensor style, and they just seeped a little bit through the pigtail or the plug or the wiring, you know, the wiring clip on it. So it's if you get in a hurry, you may miss it, and then you're at the dealership paying big money for somebody to find it for you. And a lot of stuff we do, you can definitely do yourself. You don't need no I mean, you don't need anybody. You can do it yourself. But yeah, so that's it. We found it. It is around the we'll change the valve covers and probably the plenum and stuff, do a tune-up, plugs, and we'll change that housing for the oil filter. So there it is, guys. I think it's a 2015 or 2016 Canyon.